Good evening, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101. And tonight, I'm about to say tonight, we're going to be talking about how to officially start a business. Now, I know a lot of you are, trying to basically start up your businesses. You're trying to think of different ideas, or you already have an idea or a product or a service that you want to put into fruition in order for you to build your business upon. Well, let me tell you, there are some steps in order for you to be officially up and running. Now, if you are selling things out the back of your trunk or out through your house or through a side window of your apartment building, that's not official if you're not doing the official things that you need to do. So it's a 10-step process according to the U.S. Small Business Administration. So I'm going to walk you through those steps and explain a little bit throughout the way. Also give you some tools where you can use to actually help you start your own business, and as well show you some of my official documents. That way you know how they look. Again, people can talk about it, but again, you have to be about it. I love transparency. I absolutely love it, okay? So without further ado of me running my mouth, let me get into this very, very quickly here. So let me get over here, and I want to share this information with you guys, okay? I want to share you information. Now, what's one of the most important things is conducting market research. For whatever you're trying to do, is there a market for it? Like take, for instance, for me. Now, contrary to popular belief, being a financial coach does not pay a lot of money. I told people when I first started this channel, I never got into this particular business, whether it be on YouTube, any other social platform, or on my own website, rossworldfinancial.com, that I got into it for the money, because there's no money. Most financial coaches, they make anywhere from around 35 until the most 60. Now, if you want to go be a CPA, a CFO, working for large corporations, they're the ones, the accountants, those tax professionals, they make money. But for someone in my field, you're not really making that money. This is kind of like me taking my information that I've learned over years of experiences, giving back to the community, giving back to the world. So this is a very important work for me. I'm very passionate about it, but you don't make a lot of money. But if you want to make a lot of money and you love what you're trying to do, whether you are creating, you're increasing processes, you're innovating, you have products that you want to sell, you're offering certain services, you have to conduct market research. Is it a market for it, and how much money is in it? We're going to get into it, okay? Write your business plan. I'm going to show you a portion of my business plan, but you need to buy a business plan, and it says right here, it's a roadmap for how to structure, run, and grow your new business. You need a business plan, because here's the thing. You're like, okay, I want to sell remotes. Okay. I want to sell remotes. but how are you going to go about selling those remotes? What is your mission? What is your vision? What are your goals? All these things you need to have. What is direction that you want your business to go into? Okay. So that's very important as well. So hopefully you guys are taking notes. Again, I'm getting this information from smallbusinessadministration.gov. That's SBA.gov. Okay. The 10-step guide, how to start and open your business. Okay. Now fund your business. Now, are you going to fund it out of your own pocket? Do you have private investors? Do you need a loan? Okay. Your business plan will help you figure out how much money you'll need to start your business. If you don't have that amount on hand, you need to either raise or borrow the capital. Okay. Fortunately, there are ways. Now you got peer-to-peer lending. You have friends and family. You have people who take money out their 401k, which here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not opposed to that. I am not opposed to you going into your retirement account to live your dream, to start your business. There's only two roads, failure or success. The only time you fail is when you stop. That is when you fail. You only fail when you stop. All roads lead to success unless you stop. Can your course open up your business and the road to success change roads, change paths? Very much so. Okay. Very much so. But you only fail when you stop. That is when you fail. But you got to figure out how to fund your business. And quite frankly, I funded my business out of my own pocket. Okay. Out of my own pocket. Number 4, pick your business location. Okay. Pick your business location. Whether it be an office building that you're going to get built, or an office suite, or you're at home. Okay. There's many people who are now setting up shop, case in point, at home. And some people know the only thing that they have in their arsenal for their business, a cell phone. That's all a lot of people actually have, and they're running successful businesses. Okay. So don't think that you need a computer and monitor and all these other machines and apparatuses within your home to run your business. You absolutely not. But you have to be savvy. You have to be skilled. You have to be innovative. You have to have ideas to think outside the box. Whatever tools that you have, you need to use it. Okay. Whatever tools that you have, you need to use it. All right. Choose a business structure. The legal structure you choose for your business will impact your business registration requirements and how much you pay in taxes and your personal liability. Okay. So I have an LLC, a limited liability corporation, right? And you have to have at least 2 people. Okay. I'm just giving you some snippets here. Okay. This is mostly about the steps. You can read more and research more about this, but you have most people it's the top 3. You have your sole proprietorship, where it's just you. You are the business, okay? Then you have your LLC, where it's most likely 2 or more people in that business. Let me give you a bit of advice. Okay, and the third one is corporation. Let me give you a bit of advice. You're going to see a lot of people have a lot of LLCs because LLCs have the tendency to have some of the best tax breaks, okay? The best tax breaks. Now, you need at least 2 people from what I remember. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, please, in my humble opinion, do not open up a sole proprietorship. You have no safety net, and all of your income, when you run your business under a sole proprietorship filing, all your income will be labeled as your personal income. And that goes big when it comes to filing taxes. So take, for instance, right, in my LLC, I have all of this equipment, my laptop, my monitors, my lights, my mic, my mouse, you name it. Books that I bought for the business, Ross World, business cards, all that stuff that I bought for the business. All of that goes under my LLC. And because if I'm not generating any money off of it, I count that as a loss, okay? I count that as a loss, or business operating costs, your BOC, your business operating costs. And you file that, and you can get some tax deductions and some tax breaks according to that. So again, I will advise you to stay away from your sole proprietorship. And even if somebody don't want to be part of your business, you can still put them on there. But granted, when you do that, they still have a liability. They still have a ownership in your business. So be very careful with that as well, okay? But understand the different filings when it comes to opening up your own business. Choose your business name. Granted, you have to do research to see if anybody has that name. That's why you'll see companies that have similar names, but they're spelled differently, okay? But they're spelled differently. Like you'll even see certain products have certain colors, but the name is spelled differently, but sound the same. They're trying to copy that brand so they can spread some of that love. You're like, wait a minute, ain't that the one? Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah, and you be totally all like, man, that is not the one. And you bought the wrong thing. Because this is some of the illegitimate business practices some companies actually do, okay? So choose your business name. Make sure when you're doing your filing under your state, there is no company with your name, 1. 2, when you file your EIN number, which is kind of like your social security number for your business with the IRS, make sure that nobody has your name as well. And hopefully they red flag it if they have that. Now we talked about register your business. We're talking about the IRS. So it says maybe your state or government too. So again, you have to register your business within the state that you're running your headquarters out of, okay? That you're running your headquarters out of. That's all about, and I'm gonna show you some paperwork with that as well. Get federal and state tax IDs. Okay, so the state of Texas, there's no state tax, but with the federal government, with their EIN, I had to get an EIN number because the federal government has to tax you because you're making money in this land. Okay, so you have to contribute those taxes. We already know about taxes. There's no way we're gonna get away from them. Okay. Number 9, apply for licenses and permits. Now, granted, again, if you are opening up an office building, a clinic, a food shop, a bar, you're going to need, a liquor license. You're going to need a bar license or bar certificate or a permit. Or if you open up a restaurant, you're going to need some sort of food grading permit where they come out and check the cleanliness of your restaurant. There's all these things that you have to go through, okay, in order to do this. But this is what I love about SBA.gov because it absolutely walks you through the process. There is no excuse for you not to know when one site has all the information in a 10-step guide, and the only thing it's going to take you is a little bit of your time and a little bit of your money, okay? Now, number 10, open up a business bank account, okay? Open up a business bank account. I have a business bank account under Capital One. Now, the ones that you really want to look for, again, as I showed you guys today with your credit card, you don't want any annual fees. You don't want no monthly fees. There are some banks have a very somewhat implicant structure about how they go about how they tailor how much money you should have in that business account because they want to make money off your business too. So they say, hey, you have to have at least $5,000 in your business account. You have to have at least $2,500 in your business account, or you're going to be charged $50 a month. It's all sorts of stipulations when it comes to business banks account, but that's the number one you need so you can operate out of that bank account. It's not tied into any other bank accounts, okay? So, take for instance, like I have multiple bank accounts, but for certain reasons, just like I have multiple email addresses. Like I know you guys, right? You had an email address with all your junk and spam mail. You have your business or you work for somebody or your own business email address. Then you have your personal email address. And I know me, I have an email address where all my bills go to. So I like to separate those things. So when I go to that particular email address, I know exactly what I'm getting, what I'm looking for. And I have another email address that deals with everything financial that's not my business. So I know when I go to that particular email, I know what I'm looking for, what I'm looking at. And I have another email address that is for people who are trying to do whether it be co-sponsors on my channel or who wants to do Zoom interviews or who wants to kind of do a partnership with a video. So I have all those different types of email for a reason. Some people say, no, that's way too much. I want everything in one place, and that's fine. I just don't want to see 1 trillion emails in my account. I don't want to see that at all, okay? I don't want to see that at all, ladies and gentlemen. So let me see here who is in the chat room today. We have Nolan Baptiste. Good evening, good sir. Thank you for moderating once again. We have Scooter. What's going on, everyone? Charles Green, good evening. Good evening as well. Jermaine Anderson, good evening, family and brother bros. Good evening, good sir. And Ashley Hawkins. Ashley Hawkins says she has an LLC. Good job, Ashley. I'm glad you did your homework. Opening my own beauty supply store. Thank you, sister. Thank you. And good evening, everyone, from Keisha Pollard. Now, I just want to briefly touch on what Ashley Hawkins said. If you would bear with me, family, if you would just bear with me, I want to touch on what what Ashley Hawkins said, because this is very important. She says she's opening up a beauty supply store. Now, here's a trivia question for everyone in the room. How can I structure this question? Give me a second, family. Give me a second. Okay. Tell me the percentage of Black-owned beauty supply stores in America. Does anyone know the percentage of Black-owned beauty supply stores in America? Does anyone know? What is the percentage of Black-owned beauty supply stores in America? But I can tell you quite frankly, the number is less than 5%. And most of those shops, believe it or not, are in Atlanta and some in LA. Now, they have a few around the nation, but we understand that the Asian market, Asian people run that market. Over 90% of Koreans, Chinese, and other Asian affiliated people run the beauty supply market, and they tailor to mostly the Black community. Now, granted, we understand that Caucasian females, they get hair extensions, they get hair weaves to make their hair a little fuller. Yes, they do. So a lot of you already know this, but they get hair extensions. They also get hair, but most of them are ran by Asian Americans or Asian people in general. And here's the thing. I don't understand why a lot of sisters are not talking and getting in business together, gathering up the little resources they have. Because we either be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 sisters. The one thing that you guys need to agree on is money. Agree on money. Open up a business and agree on money. Leave all the mess at home. Leave all your male issues, your female issues, your kids' issues at home. It's about that money, baby. And you guys need to have contracts with each other, because here's the thing. You girl like, yeah, girl, we're going to do it big. We're going to do this. And you guys all talking about everything. Nah, put that shit on paper. Put that on paper. So that way, when somebody walks away from the business, say, hey, during the first 3 years, if you walk away from the business, you walk away with nothing. Or you walk away with 25%. Or you walk away with a third. Have that in writing. Have a notary. Have a contract. Have somebody to stamp it with the legal seal of approval. Okay? But we need more Black-owned beauty supplies. And the biggest thing is we need other Black distributors and manufacturers that are making the supplies. Okay, because you can open up a Black beauty store, but where are you getting a lot of your materials from? What are you getting your supplies from? And I believe there's only one distributor of Black-owned products in America. One. I believe there's only one. I forgot the brother's name, but he essentially tried to find Black-owned products, and he ships them out to different Black-owned beauty supply stores. Now, we understand that a lot of sisters, they wear a lot of Indian hair. They wear a lot of Chinese hair when they're doing all those hair pieces. That's why it's always falling out, because it's not your type of hair. Okay, just go natural. Whew, I shouldn't have said that, but that's just the damn truth. Just the truth, man. Okay, but you have to open up your own business and cater to whoever you want to cater to. All right, let's move on. I ran my mouth way too long. Okay, let me show you some other steps that you guys may not be familiar with that particular site. Okay, so here's some other things that they have on smallbusinessadministration.gov. Plan your business tools, and within that, write your business plan. And I'm going to show you a site that I personally use, which was very, very easy, but you have to be creative and come up with your own text. Write your business plan, calculate your startup costs from your business, buying this in the business, or franchise. Because we know a lot of people are buying franchises, whether it be McDonald's. I know there was a big story about McDonald's kind of like playing a monopoly and pyramid scheme, trying to push Black franchisees out of the business. At first, there was a lot of them, then they're pushing them out because of fees, and they don't have a lot of room to be creative within their stores. That's another story. Whether it be Popeyes, whatever, right? Whatever you want to buy a franchise, look into that as well. Launch your business. Then they have a whole list of things that you can do that we kind of already went over in the big 10 steps. This is a little more itemized for you, so you guys know exactly what to do. Also, tips and strategies how to manage your business, okay? Manage your finance, hire and manage employees, pay taxes, stay legal compliant, buy assets and equipment, marketing and sales. And what I like about this is the way you're managing your business. Buying assets and equipment is very, very important, whatever your products may be. But again, you're going to get into the weeds of how to file a lot of these associated costs with your business. Keep all of your receipts, okay? Keep all of your receipts of everything that you buy for your business. Now, me, quite frankly, I have an app. I forgot the name of the app that I use. Damn. But anyway, what you do, you just take a picture of it, okay? You just take a picture of the app, of your receipt. And then if you lose a receipt, you throw it in the trash, you still have it on that app. And then come tax time, you can pop it up, or you can just take a picture of it, upload it in your cloud drive. I'm going to show you again some of my personal information. That way you guys know how to do these particular things. And then how to grow your business. This is also located on smallbusinessadministration.gov. So for all of you who are uninformed about how to start a small business or a business, period, all the information they have listed on this site. I know so many people who talk about open up their own business, but they do not go in and actually do the homework to open up the business. Because you know what? It takes a little bit of reading. It takes a little bit of time. And if you're serious about making money for yourself, case in point, I'm just looking at me right here making money because I ain't working for nobody. But anyway, that's just me. I'm going to pat myself on the back. I don't care. I don't care if nobody hating or not, be a troll or not. I am happy I ain't working for nobody. But if somebody offer me $250,000 a year, I'm definitely going to think about it. But that's me. But anyway, I'm happy, put it that way. Because again, I work hard, okay? I work hard from the time like today, I got up at 4:20 and we went to go work out. Came back, got down, started setting up for my morning session of my stock review, also building this, the second video I did, and also building for the third video I did. In the meantime of all of that, taking calls for clients and talking to a couple of friends in the mix and talking to my real estate agent about the properties I showed him yesterday. Okay, so these are all the things that did I text him? Well, I thought I did. But anyway, these are all the things that I'm going through every day. And I'll be in the office, okay, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but I'm talking about 9, 10. Like I'm right here in the office probably at my 12th hour. I've been here since 7, so this is my 12th hour. You got to work hard. I know it's cliche. I know it's played out, but you absolutely have to work hard. There's no way you're going to be financially free, okay, and have financial peace without working hard, okay? You have to work hard like nobody else, and as Dave Ramsey would say, so you can be like nobody else, okay? So I don't want, because somebody would have heard that and like, oh, Dave Ramsey said that. Well, listen, most common things that people say are just repeated over the course of time. So if I say something else, you know where it's from. All right. Then you have veteran-owned businesses, LGBT-owned business, because again, and then rural businesses, we understand that they have a lot of perks and benefits when you kind of be in one of these particular categories. And Ashley, you're talking about open up your own beauty supply store. You need to look at the woman-owned business, see whatever they have for you as well, okay? So that's very, very important. I'm very excited for everyone who is going to be opening up their own business because I believe is important for financial freedom in America. Here's the thing. Take your money, save your money, your investments, all of that, and then live where you want to live. We either be in America, South America, Australia, Africa, the Caribbean, does some island, Madagascar, Mauritius, whatever island you want to live in, the Philippines, Vietnam, Cambodia, Antarctica. Well, mostly scientists and researchers live on Antarctica And you're going to need a snowmobile, an igloo, a coat, a gloves. I'm just kidding. And some skis. But anyway, let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to show you where I actually wrote up my business plan. Okay. I want to show you where I wrote up my business plan because it only cost me $2. Okay. They didn't help me, but it's a website called FormSwift. Okay. FormSwift. This is where I actually wrote up my own business plan. Let me see if I can find this very quickly. Here we go. So, but again, you have to come up with your own text. Now, make a free business plan. This is an absolute lie. Okay. I'm going to tell you right off the bat because as you, whatever sector that you're opening up your business plan in, okay, let's see what they have here. Small business, childcare, coffee, law firm, housekeeping, grocery store. Let's just say, small business. But as you go through and you start to build your business plan, okay, at the end, you have to choose one of their plans. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, it only cost the lowest plan is $2. So what I did is I went in there, built my business plan, and then right after I built it, I canceled it because it's like a 7-day trial for $2. Okay, I did that. I just want my business plan. Or there's companies and corporations and firms that actually will write you up a business plan. They will sit you down over the phone, over Zoom, over WebEx, over Google, off of Microsoft Teams, off of Google Meet, all these social media, whatever it may be, and actually walk you through and help you build your business plan. But it's going to cost you more than $2. But FormSwift, after you build it on there, I tell you, it's very easy. You're going to see my format or whatever, but it's very, very, very easy. Let me tell you something else that I use. I like to use this right here. I like to use Google Keep, okay, because I'm a Google guy. Everything is with me is Google. And what I like is I keep all my notes in one place, like questions that people may ask, like off my computerized when somebody call, like what should I say for the two people that's in my company. But as I build and grow, like, basically if somebody asks me a question, how can I explain you the installation steps of the product name? I have all these questions already pre-written out just in case, okay? So I have all this information for you. I got my mission statement, I got my values, all these things already listed in Google Keep, okay? In Google Keep. So these are very essential tools that you need because when you have all these ideas about your vision, your mission, your goals, your values, how your business is going to go, writing your business plan, you need to be writing this stuff down somewhere. And what I like about Google Keep, I have it on my phone. I have it on my computer. I take it everywhere with me. That way, if I have a note, boop, 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 I put it inside there. Now, a lot of you may have iPhones. I'm pretty sure you have iCloud and iNotes or whatever it may be. Then you use that as well, okay? But this is some of the things that I particularly use. Now, let me show you my Google Drive. Now, here's the thing I love about whether it be Google, Apple, Samsung, whatever, right? As long as you have, first and foremost, let me do some shout outs. I'm moving fast. Let me do some shout outs. I'm moving kind of fast. All right. I don't know your name. I'm just going to call you C Liz, I believe. C Liz says, I want to do a clothing brand. I'm making $10 an hour and I work 5 days a week. And I want to quit my job because they switched my breaks around. But I want to start my brand. Also, I just turned 18. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Start early. I have to consider community college, then going to college. What other path can I take, mister? I know I'm missing out on money. I'm an African American. Okay, well, on this particular subject, your race, really don't matter. But Black Power. I have to consider community college. Let's see. Scooter says Adobe Acrobat is a good app to scan receipts. It is. Say I'm paying attention. Joy E says I'm here live. Thanks. Okay, thanks, Joy E. Thanks for showing. Hey, what's going on? Knowledge, glad to see you in the building today. Was just listen now. Let me speak to C Liz really quickly. So C Liz, do not quit your job. Do not. I always tell people never quit your job until you have a job. Never quit your job until the job that you are trying to build, the business that you're trying to create is making you the amount that you're making now or even more, and not including taxes, operating costs, products, service, everything you have to absolutely consider. Make sure you are making at least the money to still operate your life. Do you have enough money to get an apartment? Do you have enough money to buy a car? Because if not, You have to do what I did, brother. You have to do what I did. What I did was, when I was in the military, I had a lot of side hustles. And I tell people this all the time. I had a lot of side hustles. I was selling t-shirts. I was selling CDs that I was burning off the internet of different movies and stuff. Okay, I was sharing them. I wasn't selling it. In case anyone is listening that, can try to hit me up. I was sharing them, and it was giving me a donation, not more than $10. Message. But anyway, that's what I was doing so I can build other ventures, so I can be fat and happy when I got out the military, so I would not have to work for anybody. But even though as I was getting out, I still ended up working for Amazon. But I was not in need of the money. It was just extra cash that I could help build my business as well. Either me, because building a website or buying a website and a domain, that could be expensive. And then to having someone to create it or you create it, that can be expensive. Learning Adobe Presenter, learning Adobe Cloud, all the different products in that can be expensive. Learning Adobe, what's the one I'm looking for? Photoshop. That can be expensive or time consuming. So there's a lot of products within that, like my logo, my brand. You have to build that. Do you have a slogan like me? Learn money and be inspired. Something that when somebody hears it, they say, oh, Ross World. Yeah, learn money and be inspired. I love that. You need something. You see what I'm saying? This takes time, energy, hard work, and money. Now, granted, I would tell most people, you should not. Most businesses do not cost more than $5,000 to run. More than $5,000 to open. And if it does, I would advise you to a Fund Me campaign. Okay, give them a good story. People love a good story. I am a low impoverished female. I'm a low impoverished male that grew up in the project, that grew up in the hood, that grew up underneath the poverty line. And I've created this product, or I started this service, or I'm opening up this shop. And I need X amount of funds to get this done. I'll provide the best service, the best products to at a very reasonable and frugal price. GoFundMe campaign. See if somebody give you $100, $200. You don't know. There's a lot of entrepreneurs on there. There's a lot of millionaires and billionaires on there just searching to give away money to people. They're like, okay, that's a good cause. That's a good cause. There's a young man who started a cleaning service to go around the different cities cleaning up the parks. Did I just give somebody a business? Because you would say, well, each city has somebody, workers to clean up the park. Maybe you can provide another service for the park. Maybe you be the guy, instead of the guy who only comes around once a month, to put the little doggy badges when the dog takes craps all over the yard. What I'm saying is you have to think outside the box. What is somebody not doing in the business world? And something that's so niche, okay, something is so niche that you can fit into that's not going to cost you a lot of money, less than $5,000. Now, I've also told people that if you're getting married, it shouldn't cost no more than $5,000. And a lot of you are like, wow, I thought you get married at the church, had the reception in your back lot, and use the rest of the money for your for your honeymoon. Boom, there it is. Okay, now let me show you a little bit about my particular products, okay? Let me show you a little bit how I kind of organize my stuff in my Google Drive, okay? In my Google Drive, and then I'll get on some of you guys' notes. All right, so here's my Google Drive. As you can tell, this is my business Google Drive. Again, let me make you guys aware of something. For every Gmail account you open, okay, for every email address you have, same difference. For every email, for every Gmail you have, Google gives you a drive. Google gives you a drive. And as you can tell, it has my Ross World logo. Okay, now, if you look at the top right corner, you see right here, that's my face. So this is my Chrome account, but I'm in my Ross World Google Drive. All right, so let's look at this. Now, this AATV, of course, I have all my information because this is a side hustle that I help people get frugal HD TV, where it has all the cable channels and all the sports shows. Okay, I'm not going to get on that rant. Nonetheless, here are my clients. I'm not going to get into that folder. That's private information. Okay, that's private information. Then the credit that I might have to pay or people that actually owe me. Credit disputes, everything money podcast. I did a 10 episode podcast that I was syndicated, and I have all of that information located there. Then some of my financial books that I have on PDF. Okay, there's some of the books I couldn't transfer them all. Okay, what else is good? Help information sheets. Now these are some stories of some people that I actually helped. Okay. So this was a friendly discussion. Let me get you another one. Case in point. This all has to do with my business. He said, "Hey, this is Jose Miranda from YouTube. Can you share your thoughts on quick gains? I would like to invest into something that can make significant amount weekly, monthly. My goal is to invest $2K and try to make it into $5K." So this is what I wrote back. Okay. I said, Jose Miranda, quick gains day trades, consider aggressive investing. The risk reward is a lot higher, but mostly important the risk. In order to make those quick gains, the level of risk doubles, but so does the gains. Now, the path taken is solely up to you. You have a steady job that doesn't allow you the time to day trade, then that's not a good job. And day trading does take a level of skill and luck. So if you don't have time, patience, skills, I would advise you not to day trade. Then I get into individual stocks, and then I give him reference videos that I've done, how to research a stock, research the stock apps, IPO stocks, dollar cost averaging, inflation is killing our savings, start off investing with 3 to 5%. So all this information I actually wrote to one of my viewers. Okay, this is one of the things I used to do. It's so time consuming because, as you see, I'm very methodical because I didn't want to just brush them off. But now I have so many things going on, I can't give one viewer this amount of time for free. That's why in the description below, I got rawsworldfinancial.com. Okay. Anyway, so also dealing with the individual stocks, I give them information about that. And then I told them to please reference these particular videos on how to become a millionaire with index funds, how to save and invest $5 a day, mutual funds, bonds, etc. Again, I broke it all the way down for him. Okay. As you can tell, this is a couple of sheets. So this is kind of the work that I did in the beginning to actually not only to get educated, but also to help people. What about my LLC filing, which is very, very important as well? Your LLC filing, look in this. Now, as you can tell, it says the state of Texas. It also gives my file number for Ross World LLC. Okay, so that is my LLC filing. Great. Here's some information dealing with my EIN with the IRS. Here's my EIN right here, employee identification number. So it has all the information dealing with that as well. So I want you guys to see this because all this means something. Certificate of Formation Liability Company, Ross World LLC. Okay. And here's my partner right there. So this is a lot of information that you guys absolutely have to do. And then case in point, here's my business plan. Okay, here's my business plan. Here's my location of my actual office. Here's my email address. Here's my website and our signatures on there. Okay, let's move along. Executive summary. Okay, all that information, business description, business administration, our certifications, 10 plus years of financial coaching, wealth management, budgeting, investment strategies, credit education, savings, and retirement. Okay. The company currently employs one full-time employee, which is my girlfriend, which is my lady who I will marry. So ladies, I'm sorry. It's just going down that way. Okay. I'm just waiting, and I'm not going to wait long because, when you get a good one, this is a time in everybody's life where you just find a good one. Okay. Anyway, business mission to assist people to live the lives they want to live. I see when I say that I'm going to marry her, I see some people drop off. They're like, I wanted to be with them. But anyway, business mission to assist people to live their lives the way they want to live. To develop, provide, and implement financial solutions and services for credit education, debt management, budgeting, wealth building, investment strategy, savings, your emergency fund, and retirement. Okay. And then new services. The company is prepared to introduce the following service to the market. And again, it's kind of repetitious when you're doing a business plan. And then here are my business goals. Short term, to make a decent living, helping my community and the world to financial freedom. Then my long term, legal issues. What else they have on here? Target markets. Okay, what market are you targeting? Demographics, see, geographically global. It says demographic, social economics, below, at, and above the poverty line. 9.2 of Americans are poor. 46.5% of Americans make less than $30,000 a year. That is my target audience, ladies and gentlemen. That's why the channel is called Financial Literacy 101, because I'm targeting to a certain amount of people, because I want people to have financial freedom and financial peace. Okay? Pricing strategy, tiered, membership, and package base. Promotion strategy, online advertising through Google AdSense, word of mouth, YouTube channel. Okay? And then my services. Okay? So let me go back. I don't believe, did they have my vision on here? Did I skip that? Okay, I thought I had my vision on here. Mission, let's see. Objectives and goals. Okay. But that's my business. I thought I had my vision on there because my vision is to create financial freedom and financial peace. That is my vision, to create financial freedom and financial peace. Let's see what other pertinent information that I may have in here that I can share with you guys. I have my t-shirts. I have my insurance for my business, okay? So hopefully you guys are writing this information down, or you have a great memory of what's going on. I also have my YouTube products in here. Let's see, docs in here. How my budget information, my vision, debt-free pledge, my calculator, all that information is in this Google Drive, okay? So you guys kind of have a good warm and fuzzy of the 10 step that you need to create an official business. And I gave you some of my insider knowledge of how I organize things, and that you can create multiple Gmail accounts and have multiple drives for multiple reasons. But this is mine, and I wanted to show you guys how to really start an official business, because if you just selling stuff, you're like, yeah, man, I got a business. Yeah, you have a business, but again, in America, they love to find people who are operating under the radar and come tax that ass. Then they love to get people who are not filing their profits. Okay, so every time that when you make money, you have to make sure you file your business. And when they ask you how much you make, you have to report that. Okay, you have to report that. But again, there is a threshold. There is a threshold when you're filing your taxes, that if your debt to income, meaning that you generated more debt because of your business versus the amount of income, there's a certain number, I don't know it off the top of my head, that you don't even have to file taxes. You file taxes, but you won't owe taxes. Okay, so that's very important for you to know as well. And I'm pretty sure, once again, that if you go over to SBA.gov, they have that information for you. Okay, all right. So let me do some shout outs very quickly, ladies and gentlemen. I know a lot of people have a lot of things to say. I like to read most of your notes if I can. We got Mike in the room. Good evening, everyone. C. Liz said, yeah, that's a big wake up call. I'm glad I can help out. Learn money and be inspired. Well, thank you. And then Charles Green says, I have a single member LLC. Will it be taxed different? Oh, man. So again, let me look this up very quickly, because I believe single member LLCs can be counted as your personal income. Single member, that's why I didn't want to do that. LLC taxes. I really think they're taxed as your personal income. Let me look very quickly. Let's see here. Yeah. Let me bring this over. I'm going to show you. Let me bring this over. Let me show you here. Let me show you. Let me share this very quickly. Okay. Like a traditional LLC, a single member LLC can elect to be taxed as a C corporation in this case. But the company files a tax return and pays federal and state taxes at the corporate tax rate. If an LLC doesn't elect to be taxed as a corporation, it is treated as a sole proprietorship for tax purposes. Okay. So if we go here, let me copy this very quickly. I'm just going to put that in. I'm going to say personal income. Okay. A sole proprietary, you must report all business income or losses on your personal income tax return. It's not going under your business, going as your personal tax return, as your personal income. The business itself is not taxed separately. You get what I'm saying? It says it right here. The business itself is not taxed separately. And believe me, if you have a job like I did, and you open up your own business, they're going to take that income and your business income and add them as all of your income, and you're going to be taxed more, essentially. You're going to be taxed more, essentially, because it's your personal income. Businesses that have more than one member are taxed differently when you file LLC or corporation, okay? The business itself is not taxed separately. The IRS calls this pass-through taxation because the business profit passed through the business to be taxed on your personal tax return. That's why I advise people when I help my lady out, she helps me out when we're coaching people how to create and open a business. We tell you, don't do a sole proprietorship or a single member LLC. Don't do it, because they're going to tax you as your personal income, and you fall under different tax benefits or different tax filing. Is not a benefit. It's definitely not a benefit. So that's some information that you actually need to know. You might want to open up another LLC. That's a strategy with another member, okay? With another member. Anyway, I'm losing my voice. That's all the information I have for this evening. Hopefully, this has given you guys some inspiration, some motivation, some grit to go out and start your own business, okay? I would say, all in all, for all the filings, okay, not with the IRS, getting your EIN number is totally free. But when you file under your state, some states are $200 all the way up to $600. I know in Texas, I paid like $400 and something to file everything. Okay, so it is going to take you roughly to get all the paperwork anywhere from $200, no more than $1,000. Okay, so other than that, it'd be your operating costs for your business. This is Financial Literacy 101. Thank you, Nolan Baptiste. Thank everyone for joining me this evening. I hope I gave you some great information and some inspiration to go out and start your business. Please give this video a thumbs up, like and share it, and subscribe. If you know anyone who wants to start their own business, please share this video with them. Again, this is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. You guys have a great and wonderful day. I'm out.